Funerals. It is not strange that when a man faces the mystery of death, he turns to religion for comfort and help. There are many civil marriages, but it is almost unheard of for us to bury the dead without at least a prayer. However unrooted we may be in our religious beliefs, the time of death turns to us the formalities of religion, to the clergyman, the priest, or the rabbi to perform the final dignified rites. The family's responsibility when death occurs is partly religious, partly social, partly legal. Immediate procedures when death occurs. Every family should have an emergency file in its strongbox. In this file should be listed the name of a funeral director to be called when the need occurs. If the family owns a burial plot or a mausoleum, the deed should be in the file, as it will be required by the funeral director. If one or more members of the family prefer cremation, a note to that effect should be in the file, even if the request has been placed in the will. A copy of each birth certificate should also be in the folder. The Board of Health supplies photostatic or certified copies for family records at a small cost. Also included should be the names and addresses of all close relatives and friends who should be informed. If these things are kept all together, whoever is placed in charge of the funeral, often a relative or friend, will be able to handle the many details. Without the birth certificate, for example, he would have difficulty in supplying the necessary information for the death certificate. It is also important that a list of all bank accounts, Social Security numbers, bonds, notes, and mortgages of the various members of the family be listed, together with a notation of the whereabouts of the safe deposit boxes, insurance policies, and wills. Many a friend or relative put in charge of a funeral has been in considerable doubt as to how much expense he should incur for the estate. The name and address of the attorney or attorneys drawing the will or wills should be on file, and the person in charge of the funeral should notify the lawyer before the funeral takes place. When death occurs and a doctor has not been in attendance, or when the person's religious beliefs preclude medical care, the county medical examiner, in some states the coroner, must be called to determine the cause of death and issue and sign the death certificate. This notification properly takes place before calling of the mortician, who may not act without the medical examiner's permission.